Hi Stampers, welcome to the Roost. Today I'm going to show you how to make this bright, cheerful Christmas card using a watercolor magic stamping technique that I learned from Kelly Atchison, another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. What we're going to do is we're going to start with a piece of Whisper White cardstock, just plain Whisper White cardstock, that is 5 by 3 3/4 inches. And we're going to start with Bermuda Bay ink. Now you can go ahead and choose whatever colors match your your idea for your card. Go ahead and take a sponge dauber and saturate this baby with color. You can go ahead and experiment, with different, you can dot it on or swirl it. You do want to get the paper pretty saturated because the darker your paper, the more, or I should say, the more saturated your ink on your paper, the prettier or more obvious is going to be your water stamping, because what happens is the water removes the ink that's on the paper. So the more ink that's there, the more is removed, the more contrast you see. So now I'm going back with Dapper Denim and I'm just going to add some smudges, and every one of these cards will look different. That's kind of the neat thing about a technique like this. It really does give everybody their own custom card. So I'm going to stop there and we'll start doing our watercolor technique, or water removal technique, I guess. So I'm just going to use one of the Stampin' Up! Spritzers. It has water in it. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to spritz off of the camera because I don't want to cover everything that I have out here. But you're just going to, oh yeah, spritz all over everything. Okay, there we go. I have a hard time deciding which direction the spritzer is going. So you get the idea. From now on, I will be spritzing off camera, like towards the floor. So you're going to just stamp with the water and then take, have a piece of paper towel handy and just dry it off. And now, excuse me, but I am going to stamp or spritz off camera this time so that I don't get everything on my desk wet. I'm sort of a klutz, so. And then just in between each time, have that paper towel there to soak up the excess, because it can get a little bit wet. And I'm sorry, I did forget to tell you that these stamps that I'm using for this card are actually from the Tin of Tags stamp set, which goes with the cute little kit that you get with a tin full of tags, and then these greetings match the size of the tags, but they're also awesome for cards. So you can do tags and cards. Now, did I dry that off? I don't remember. Let's just do one more of these. So now I have these little stars that are also in that, and I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of these. It's like a little banner of stars to the corners. And you can choose whichever stamp set you like. It's kind of a fun technique that way. Now I'm going to let this one dry, and I'm actually making these for my Christmas cards this year, so I have a bunch of them here that I've already started on. Now I wanted to show you when I'm doing the foil, I actually cut out 2 of the ovals and then put my snowflake design that, if you see, I cut that in half, and I just use half on these. I'm going to use this oval for something else, but this way I don't have to use quite as much of the foil paper, and you gotta make it go as far as you can. So these are already cut out. Now we're going to start with just a card base of thick Whisper White. So then we'll start building our layers here. And this would also be a fun card if you wanted to pop some of these up with dimensionals. You know, like the greeting part popped up. It would be great for that. I'm just leaving mine flat because these are all going in the mail, and I like to have stuff fairly flat when it's going through the post office. Although the dimensionals aren't too bad, but I just decided to make mine flat for this card. Then we are going to stamp the Joy to the World with the Dapper Denim. I just stuck with the 2 ink colors. I've got Bermuda Bay and Dapper Denim here. And it just makes life a little bit easier when you have less colors involved. Okay, so then I'm going to cut that out and butter. But I happen to have a few here that I had ready. So we're going to layer this on here. And like I said, this also, well, what the heck, let's do it just to see what it looks like. I'm going to take a couple of dimensionals and go ahead and pop this up so you can kind of see the difference between the flat version and the popped up version. Crooked, crooked. Okay, so there you can see, you know, it does add to it. And then we're going to, first of all, adhere our gold thread, and we're going to do this just by looping the thread into the snail that we just put on. Oh my goodness. I seem to have a big mess. But into the glue. There we go. And then it's all ready to pop on here, and I'm going to just lightly set it on here because I want to tuck in my snowflake. And now I'm only going to use half of this. So I'm just going to go and cut this in half. Those little nibbits off of there. I'm going to use the fine tip glue pen to adhere this. This works awesome for these little tiny things like this. And then I'm going to sneak this under here. And then push everything down good and hard. And there is our Joy to the World Magic Water Stamping. Hope you enjoyed. Stop by again sometime soon. Check out my website if you need to purchase any supplies. Have a great day.